mood killers. I'm Balonius Francine Marconi, Eddie Barella. We're pals. We've been doing this for a while now. I mean, Eddie, I looked up. We met in 2011. That was 13 years ago. 13 years ago.
That's crazy.
We were
Isn't
different.
It weird how time flies? Yeah.
Even when you're not having fun. I mean, no.
Right.
I mean, no.
2011. That was a different world in 2011. If we could only go back, I feel like there was more hope in the air. Who knew? I kind of thought we might be heading towards some sort of an apocalypse, and I kind of feel like we're living through it now. So here we are.
I don't know. I don't really want to go back because I don't live. I hate thinking about the past. Like you go on like certain Facebook pages or something, and people are living in their past. Like nothing else is going to happen, and I get it. We're in a time when
you're right. I mean, I don't literally want to. I want to go back in just some ways.
Have hope.
It's just general hope. Overall, I do feel like I am happy with where I am, and I don't want to go back. Going back would be a huge step backwards. However, I would redo it in the same ways because I had a lot of fun along these 11. How many? 13 years?
13
Too many.
years.
Wow! Look at that.
I know.
That's crazy.
What happened?
13. Are you sure that's right?
Yeah.
Did you do the math on that?
Yeah, I asked Alexa, which I don't normally talk to anymore because I have OpenAI. But that's what she said. And the other thing is I was thinking about, I am so thankful that I've been creaming my neck this whole time. You know?
Right.
Because people don't understand, like, when you get to a certain age and you start to see any kind of neck waddle, wrinklage, or whatever, it's too late. Unless you're going to go and have major surgery. And if you haven't done the work and moisturized and woken up, washing and, using retinol sticks, whatever, you're going to end up with a waddle. And you know it.
Right.
And it's not pretty. There's nothing you can do. There's no turtleneck in the world that's going to hide that. So I'm just saying. Moisturize. Cream your neck. But
cream your necks, people.
I did have something else I wanted to say opening because I've been talking about sleeping correctly, which is, during hours that are, I guess, normal human being sleep time. I fought it for years, and then I understood that sleeping when it's dark outside is the right thing to do for your body. And so I go to bed at 10 p.m. and wake up at 6 a.m. now. And I got to say, for the last few weeks, it's been great. I've been able to do it. I haven't slacked off. But now I feel like I'm getting too stringent in my routine. Like I make a routine every day, like a schedule. Like this hour, I'm going to be doing this. So each hour is accounted for. And I'll tell you, like during the work hours and all that kind of stuff. But then when it comes to watching television, I have a schedule laid out for what I'm going to watch. So I'm not wasting time looking through menus and willy-nilly and all that stuff. So,
you have so it's like you print your own TV guide, essentially. You go down to the library and print it off. You go home.
That's right. I go down to the library and use their computer. Yeah. And then the thing is like, because if I watch a WNBA game, because preseason is going on and the season's starting soon, if I watch it on the WNBA app, they edit out all the commercials, so it's down from 2 hours to an hour 35. So I can watch 2 games. So about at 6 p.m., I start my basketball, I feed my cats, I start my dinner, and I'm watching the game, and then I watch the second game. And then if I have time after that, in 9 o'clock hour or whatever, I watch Jimmy Kimmel's monologue from the night before.
Right.
And then the Daily Show beginning from the night before. And then it's night time.
So
what is my
you're
routine?
going to bed at a reasonable time, though. I mean, that's good. Then you wake up early, then you have a little cup of coffee, maybe go, do some power walking, and then start your day before everybody else is up.
Yeah, it's insane because I'll ask ChatGPT, according to the weather in my zip code, what's the best time to walk and what should I wear? And it'll tell me between the hours of this and this, and then I schedule my
And then
day
it's always
around that.
trying to. For some reason, it always wants to put you in a blouse, though. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, big news over there from Netflix. I don't know when the last time is you fired up your Netflix app, but Netflix is very pleased to announce and show that they have unveiled a new user experience over there.
Tecnologia. I shouldn't have. Tecnologia. I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Tecnologia.
Right.
Yeah, Netflix hasn't updated their user interface since 2013. And at that time, they had about 30 million subscribers. But now they have 300 million, and they just redesigned over 10 years later. If you launch your Netflix app right now, you're going to see a refreshed new navigation system.
Oh.
It's going to be beautiful. Less clicking around, they say. Shortcuts they're going to have on there at the top. There's a new tab up there called My Netflix. That has a bunch of stuff up there.
The disclaimer or whatever, and then it said, click as if you're going to read that. I hate those things. I wish AI could read that to me because I don't really.
Yeah.
I want a story time with music in the background.
Yeah.
Lullaby.
Yeah.
And then, but mine. Do I have to go in and update the app? Is that what the deal is?
They're not telling anybody. They don't want you to know how to access this.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you don't have it?
I actually haven't opened up Netflix. Let's see. I opened up Netflix yesterday. I didn't see it in there. So maybe I have it. I don't know. But
you should open up Netflix.
Yeah.
I haven't watched this yet, but all the clips that I've seen, and I sent you one of that Conan thing at the Kennedy Center. That looks like a worthwhile watch.
Yeah. I think they're launching the new Netflix navigation alongside Conan at the.
Tecnologia.
Yeah, getting his, award there. But I don't know. I think these streaming services really do need to do a lot for their navigation. You go to some of them and they're just, everybody complains about it, but Max's is probably the worst because they have so much content buried underneath piles of garbage.
It's impossible to find anything on there. And then they have this new thing now. Have you noticed on the top thing, it'll have a little spinny thing and show you the preview of it, but it only shows you it shows you the countdown of the preview thing, and that it loads the preview and it shows you that loading. And I'm like, I don't need to see that. That's
right.
Keep that to yourself. But and also Apple Plus does that too. TV Plus.
Okay, Apple's also a nightmare over there.
Yeah,
they have a lot of shows on Apple that they keep bringing. Their shows are pretty good, except for that Jon Hamm. I'm not really liking.
You know what? I was going to tell you that I like that show.
Geez, I think it's trying too hard, and there's nothing likable about the Jon Hamm guy. And to me, that show seems like they threw a lot of money at not a lot of good writing because there's something about it.
It's a bunch of rich guys standing around smoking cigars and drinking whiskey, right? That's a lot of it.
It's one of those shows too. If they assume that just because they're cursing and there's a lot of sex that you're gonna like.
And Jon Hamm is in it. Yeah.
But anyway,
the show to watch is Government Cheese. I think that one's
Government Cheese. What is that on?
That's on the top 10 of Apple TV Plus right now. And
okay.
I won't tell you. It's just, the only thing I will tell you, it's about a guy who's an inventor. The movie starts out, he's in prison.
Okay.
And it's really good, and it's odd in all the best ways, and it's different. It gives you a really different vibe. So I like that one. But I like
that out.
The reason I like the Jon Hamm one is because of all the crime that he's getting away with. It's fun to watch.
I usually like those. I love to watch people get into crime and get away with it, but but usually it's fun. But for some reason, I feel like they didn't. Actually, I know exactly what it is. They didn't spend enough time with Jon Hamm's character at the beginning. Like they should have kind of built him up as a good guy that ends up, even though he's a rich guy, he's still a good guy, and life is kind of kicking his ass a little bit. They kind of rushed through his backstory, and then by the time it gets to the point where he's committing the crimes, I just don't care. Like I don't.
You're worn out.
I'm worn. There's nothing likable about him. He's just Jon Hamm, and he burglarizes. But I'm watching every episode though. I'm hate watching it.
All right, Eddie, I know you're ready.
Okay, this message is for just keep scrolling.
Keep on scrolling.
Keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling.
Oh, yes. Keep scrolling. TikTok is our thing. Eddie's on it. I'm on it. I'm always sending Eddie videos. He's sending me videos.
I like to see if you send me maybe like 7 videos in a row, then I see if I can send you 8. Try to top you.
Do you notice there's a thing on TikTok? I didn't notice this. When you inbox somebody with videos, it streaks. What the hell is that?
I don't know. Like, it's so stupid. But
it's annoying because I'm like,
I
just want to like this. I wanted to see the video, and like this thing comes up. You're on an 8-day streak with this guy, this person, and I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want to see that. I just want to see the damn video that he posted.
I think it's great because you get stuff on your feed that I don't get. So it's these hand-picked little nuggets that I get.
Oh yeah, so many.
They add to the experience.
Yeah, and then it probably changes your algorithm, right? If I send you these, and then you'll like start watching them.
I do start to see the mom where the daughter gives her food and tells her it's a dirty name. I get that a lot now.
A bunch of different mom and daughter ones. Okay, here's one, Eddie. Because Mother's Day either is going to happen or has happened, depending on when you listen to this. But what does the mom really want for Mother's Day?
What I want for Mother's Day, I'll tell you what I want. I want breakfast in bed, followed by a full day in a sensory deprivation chamber with nothing but a bottle of wine and a platter of crab rangoons. And then I'd like to be taken out, either on a date or by a sniper.
I don't want. I would not sensory that's one of those things where you float in water, right? And it's closed. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
No, but I do like crab rangoon.
Sure.
But they got to get like Stephanie Izard has this place called Duck Duck Goat in Chicago. They have the best crab rangoon I've ever had in my life, and you only need
I've heard of that place.
Yes, and the best fried rice too. I'll just get fried rice and crab rangoon. That's enough.
Right.
And then
at that point, what more do you need? I
know. I think about it all the time. I just had it recently, and oh man. But Mother's Day. I was thinking like, my mom and I are not on the outs per se, but we don't really speak a lot, and part of that is because politically we are completely divided, and it's sort of like a quiet, unsaid thing. We just don't communicate, sadly enough. And I do send her gifts. I plan on sending her something, but I've done the Eddie Barella trick now because I send her Instacart flowers through Instacart.
I mean,
because
I think it's great. Then you can throw in a Skittle with the flowers.
I'll look in there and I'll find a bunch of stuff I like at the grocery store, and I'll think my mom would like this too. And I remember when I was a kid, she used to make us like English muffins or toast with butter and apricot jam.
Ooh.
And so I'll find an apricot jam and I'll put that in there, a little care package. The only thing I don't like
is a meat thermometer. Throw that in there.
Yes.
Why not?
The only thing I don't like is the presentation when your mom sees it. It's just in a bag sitting on her front porch. I wish I could get like a basket and put all these things there and then set it down and like have the lady, text her. It's there with a picture. Instead, I see the picture and it's like a sack of just, a bunch of stuff.
I know. I know. That's the one downside to it. But it's great for last minute shoppers. Can't get more last minute than that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they support DEI, Instacart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
and
here's
so does
the worst
killers. We're both DEI hires.
That's right. Both of us. Yes. Eddie, here's the worst part about getting older.
Hardest part of getting older? Learning that if I want to do things, I just have to do them tired. Because I'm never going to not be tired again. So if I want to do something, I just got to do it tired. Otherwise, I'm never going to do it.
That's true.
It's just okay.
Yeah, and then it's we I have so much. I've organized myself so much, and got on this schedule that I feel like okay, now some days I'm just sitting around, and I like to stay busy. I was better when I was less organized, I think, because I didn't because when you're better organized, then you have minutes or hours where you just don't have anything scheduled, and you're like, what do I do? Just stare at the wall? I can go on another walk? I don't know. Do I have to interact with human beings? Oh God! And then here's a clip, Eddie. I don't know why this is going trending on TikTok, but it's a song from 2008. But Katy Perry had this song called "Thinking of You," and now people are either lip syncing to it, or in this case, this woman dressed up like a version of Katy Perry and did her own singing version of it.
You're like an Indian summer in the middle of a winter, like a hard candy with a surprise under you. I get better once I've had the best years, like there's tons of fish in the water, so the water's how well tied.
I guess everybody's making fun of her now, Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Because
there's a lot of reasons.
But yeah,
But
we started with
highlighted
that.
it on our show too last week. What she's doing to those elderly people. She's taking their homes.
Well, that was one of the things too. Yeah. And then the other thing is like her routines on this tour, whatever they're doing. It's really weird. Yeah.
So bad.
Now these to me are, I don't know. I think this is pretty weird. I mean, less weird than annoying. Like, when people remember things from movies and they use it in their everyday, vernacular, like stims from movies or TV shows. This is an example of a bunch of those. And I edited this down from 2 minutes to like 30 or 40 seconds. And it's entertaining, but yet annoying if this was in real life.
I don't even own a gun.
I don't even own a gun, let alone many guns that would necessitate an entire rack.
Like if you know these people, they're constantly doing this, and they're constantly, do you know what that's from? You know what that's from? And then they've always got somebody around them that knows everything. They're like twins when it comes to this stuff, and they're just going around doing this. Those people, they're annoying, and at the same time, I'm fascinated with their brains. Like, how do they remember all that?
I don't know. I don't know.
She do be doing that.
Shooby dooby. Pennies from heaven. Shooby dooby.
Like, where do they get, like, they pull that stem from that song, Pennies from Heaven. Shooby dooby. She do be doing that. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
Here's one that lives in my head.
It is because I hate him.
I have cause. It is because I hate him.
I have cause.
Because. Yeah, I remember that one all the time.
I hate him.
Apparently.
It was great. And apparently, I've never been on live television before.
I like that kid. I think he's on TikTok now as an adult. Mistake, by the way. Never do that.
Yeah.
If you had like a modicum of fame or some viral moment, just disappear into the wilderness. We don't need to see from you again.
Take all of your stacks of money and just get out of here.
I mean, if you made any. I mean, I'm not saying like people shouldn't be creative, but I kind of just want them to disappear. We had our time. It's fine. Well, let us remember you the way we want to. Don't grow up and become like some accountant somewhere. You're the apparently kid.
I mean, we can disappear some people. We'll just call ICE.
That's right.
You sure about that?
You sure about that?
Bye.
You sure about that? That show's coming back, right? There's another season coming, I think.
Of what show was that?
Oh, what's his name? Tim.
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
No. You know who I'm talking about.
Tim. Tim Robinson.
Yes.
Robinson. Yeah, that's coming back.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Bye.
Yes, I think so.
I hope it's coming back.
Goodbye.
Oh yeah, this is one. These girls remembered. I think it was in a Barbie movie, like an actual not the Barbie movie we know, but like the one with Barbie. Like they made an animated Barbie.
Sure about that?
Goodbye now.
So glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye.
She was imitating like a flight attendant or something. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Right.
Anyway, those are annoying, but at the same time, I'm fascinated by people that can remember that much stuff, you know, and have it in their head. Like we have a guy on Adobe who is this the kid from The Meantime, you know. Jared
him too. Always referencing something. It's just like I can't keep up with it because I don't know. I don't retain things.
Yeah, I'm not a retainer.
Like some.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I just don't. Some people can pull these references out of their asses, and sometimes I know what they're talking about. Sometimes I don't. But
yeah, sometimes it's funny. Sometimes I'm like, what? But either way, do you just laugh because you don't want people to know that you don't know the reference?
Sure.
Yeah, me too. Same.
Okay, this message is for just keep scrolling.
Keep on scrolling.
Keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling.
Come on down to Dawson's Creek. I don't know if you heard this, but Keanu Reeves was kicked off of Jimmy Kimmel after a fiery confrontation. Did you hear about this?
Wait, recently?
Yeah, I don't know if you.
Last night's episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live didn't just get awkward. It turned into a full-blown Hollywood disaster.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, the famously calm and collected action star, shocked everyone by lashing out during a tense face-off with Jimmy Kimmel.
Right. I don't know if you heard about that. Did you hear about this?
Every time they do that with those voices, the AI voice on TikTok, it's always like, yeah, he rushed out because it was a bit that they put together or something, or you know, like Guillermo had it planned and they went out drinking tequila together or something, and you're like, oh, and you expect it to be like, I'm going to be real mad at Keanu Reeves if he's mean to Jimmy Kimmel.
Right. I don't know. So basically, I was scrolling through TikTok and then I came across this video, and it has a picture of Keanu Reeves and a picture of Jimmy Kimmel. Then, you know, it starts to talk about it, and then I'm expecting for them to eventually play a clip of it or like. If this happened, play the video. Right. But then the video goes on. This is a 3-minute video, and they're describing,
of course. Yeah.
You know, what happened on Jimmy. Then, you know, like 30 seconds, and I'm like, okay, play the damn video. I scroll through it. I'm like, there's no video. So then I Google it. And then this is basically, you know, one of those AI fake news videos that's going viral all over the internet. It's getting a bunch of clicks. It's on YouTube. It's on Facebook, being shared everywhere. But people are buying this, and I almost did for a second, but I knew something was a little fishy when they use that voice. And then, you know, they don't play the video.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like,
so how
is this working?
Well,
supposedly. This is completely fabricated.
This was a huge mistake.
That's right. Keanu Reeves and Jimmy Kimmel didn't get any fiery confrontation on the show.
I didn't think so.
But this video has like hundreds of thousands of views on many different websites. People are buying it. They're falling for it. Just goes to show how stupid everybody is. And I was almost that stupid.
I get upset at the littlest dumb things. Like when somebody's talking about something and they'll go, yeah, this happened on The Tonight Show, and it's a clip of Jimmy Kimmel and the guest. And you're like, that's not The Tonight Show, ass. That's Jimmy Kimmel Live. You know, like you can't like see that that's not Jimmy Fallon. What people are, and I think the thing is when they're besmirching someone, at least get the show right. You know.
Yeah.
And then like for Keanu Reeves, like I can't even imagine what they would fight about. Jimmy's the nicest guy in the world and the funniest, and I don't know. You know, like my favorite thing is the other night, a couple of weeks ago, he had Conan on, you know, promoting him being on the Oscars.
Yeah. Right.
And it was great. And he gave him all these, like, here's what to think about, like, here's what to expect. And he was really, I guess he and Jimmy Kimmel and his wife took Conan out to dinner to give him some tips because she writes, you know, a majority of the material with Jimmy.
Right.
And then, and you know, just kind of like, here's what you can expect, and here's the kind of amount of work we put into it. You know, this is just to think about it. And then, you watch, and Conan did a brilliant job. It was a great job. And I think the one thing is that I don't know if Conan has learned this or what, but the only thing it was for me, and, as a Conan fan, the disappointment was it wasn't weird enough.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think he was trying to do, I read there are a few rejected bits that he was trying to do. Like he wanted to do something where they had a lot of rules around the Oscar statue and what he could do with it and what he couldn't. And I guess he had a few bits planned that they had to scrap because they involve laying the statue down on the floor. So
you can only imagine if Conan riding a statue or whatever.
Right. Yeah, he couldn't deface the statue in any way. So I'm guessing they probably reeled him in a lot. So
because I think he learned from that Tonight Show that whoever the bland police are, they don't want weird or like different. They just want somebody who's going to be vanilla. And he was not vanilla, I would say, but it was a vanilla version of Conan doing the Oscars because, he got hired back. So, and for what? He doesn't get paid for that. But I guess it's great exposure and, maybe draw some more people to listen to his podcast or whatever project he's up to.
I think him leaving late night was the best career move of his whole career. Like it somehow elevated him and made him a legend on late night after he left. It's like people appreciated his work after he was no longer doing it.
Yeah. And the great thing about him too is you can watch all of it on that Team Coco website.
Oh yeah. I know. So, and on if you have a Vizio Smart TV, he has his own channel.
Wait, it's a Vizio now?
Sorry, no, it's a Samsung. Excuse me.
Okay, because you told me you had to get a Samsung. I look into this Samsung and I'm like, how much more do I have to pay just to get Conan, the channel? And I was like, you can't get it any other way, the Conan channel?
Are the Samsung TVs more expensive? I bought mine on sale, so I don't know. No, it's a Samsung exclusive.
Oh, so you can't get it any other way but having a Samsung television. Wow.
Right, yeah. And then he's on the box of the TVs now. They're selling him with Conan on the box.
Now I want
it's like a Conan box. Yeah.
Yes. Now I actually want that. Yeah.
Right.
I would save the box. I would cut it out and have a Conan stand up watching me watch TV.
There you go.
Uber's robo-taxis are coming. Now I don't use Uber.
I don't like this.
The May Mobility, I guess they're going to try to launch this month autonomous Toyota Siennas starting in Arlington, Texas.
I'm not getting in that. I'm sorry.
You don't like the Waymo in Los Angeles? Do you like that?
Actually, I've never used the Waymo. I guess I like it in theory because, it's kind of cool to not have small talk with anybody, but you get in one of these things and you're just being surveilled. So there's 20 cameras on you.
Right.
And it's very awkward. Like you have to do your makeup before you get in there and make sure the lighting is right.
Your data is constantly being collected for some reason.
Yeah.
Right. And do you know how much they spend in money collecting our data and how much it's worth to other companies? Why aren't we understanding how much power we have? Without us,
because we're dumb.
We just keep going along with it. And the mindset is like, oh, they must be doing something right. They're billionaires. They must be doing something right. They know they're making money. You're just jealous because they're rich. And I think it's really dumb to just play along and not kind of go, hey, why are they? Why is my data so expensive? Why is it when they sell it to somebody, they get a bunch of money if it's worth nothing?
And these things that they're doing, anybody could do, because what I saw that's actually pretty cool is in Denver, they created their own app for ride sharing, and it's this co-op thing where all the drivers own part of the company that just by signing up, and then they have bigger cuts that go to the drivers. So you can bypass Uber
instead of some billionaire
and
company trying to pay for some weird app nationally. They just have a regional thing.
And that's what, I think that's what we should all be doing is getting together and co-oping.
I like that
in our communities.
Eddie, this is how you make your money. Just go into ChatGPT and build an app that is rideshare for communities, a co-op app.
I would like a community to get together and bypass Uber so all the drivers make a little more money. Then I come in and then I figure out a way to screw everyone and become a billionaire.
No, what you do, just take $1
That's
from
what I want to do.
each ride. And then
we'll start at $1. We'll start at $1.
All right, there you go. We'll start at $1. And then you'll leave the country and we'll never hear from you again. Okay, here's more Technologica. How do you say
Technologia?
Technologia.
Technologia.
Pace yourself.
Yeah.
I really should. Okay. Tech products that are losing support this year, as you've heard, Windows 10 is ending their support October 14th. No more updates or patches. And the only reason it bums me out is because I thought I bought a refurb computer that worked with Windows, that could upgrade the Windows 11. And when I go to upgrade it, it says no. So then, of course, I had to buy another computer, which I'm waiting until the summer to install. I'm going to, run this one on Windows 10 until the wheels fall off, I guess, and then switch over.
Right.
So I hate that the technology, forces you to buy something else.
That's what they do. They just stop supporting things, and then they force you. But Windows 10 came out like 6 months ago, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And have you noticed these Windows all do the same thing?
Exactly the same thing.
I open up my browser, I open up my program, and they keep tweaking things.
Yep.
So that way I have to keep buying something, but just stop twiddling with it.
Stop tinkering. And and this is something that would infuriate me if I was a person that had this. Google Nest thermostats are going to lose support as of October 25th. Now,
that's funny. We have those here at Adobe. We have 2 Google Nests. I did not know about this. So now we're going to be freezing this winter.
It takes a lot. Yeah. Good things it's Los Angeles and it gets down to like, what, 60 in the winter?
Yeah.
You'll be
that's
fine.
When people here bust out their winter coats.
That's when they start making a fire in the middle of the workspace.
Right.
They have a barrel and they'll just start hovering over that with their coats on. No, but how can you just, that's the hard thing about technology is we don't know, because at any time, Amazon could pull the plug on Alexa. And how many of those do I have? And TVs. And otherwise, if I didn't have those things, I would probably be mostly done with Amazon. I'll be honest. But I'm connected through Technologia.
It's hard to be done with Jeff Bezos. He's ingrained himself into our lives in ways that we don't even think about. He's always there listening.
Yeah, he's always there with that weird eye eyeballing you from behind the screen or something. Here's another
more ways to get in your pocket.
That's right. And your pants. No.
That's right.
Microsoft they're pulling the plug, or they just did, on Skype. And I thought, pace yourself. Isn't Skype Zoom, basically? Like, it's always been, and it's the same quality.
They were Zoom before Zoom, but then Zoom came around and somehow caught on during the pandemic and put Skype out of business. So I don't know.
Like how?
It's
I don't know. Out of nowhere. Happens. It feels like a conspiracy, And I used
What's
to
really
use...
going on is I think they're trying to get people to use their Microsoft Teams. That's what they're doing.
I see.
Which is horrible. I hate when somebody sends me a Teams link. I know I'm going to be fighting with it for 20 minutes.
It's a meeting is what I see. When I Skype seems like, I might, talk to my niece or something like that. But the thing with Skype, what I liked about Skype is they used a lot of cool tones. Like, when it would load up, they had like, it was kind of pleasing to the ear, where, anything, Microsoft is usually like bong or, something annoying. So I'll miss the noises, I guess. I haven't used Skype in years. What am I talking about? But okay. LG is shutting down its phone update servers on June 30th. Now, does LG still, I didn't know, because LG used to be everywhere, remember? And it used to have, they had like that, I had a phone right before the iPhone. The slide. Oh, that's the Skype. Yeah. I did like that, though, because that meant because a lot of times I would use Skype for interviewing people back in the day. and that noise meant you were getting ready for the interview, and I was excited.
Right. It was a nice little sound.
Yeah. We should keep that. We should keep that in other things.
We should keep that alive. We'll use it.
Yeah.
If they're not going to,
we'll use it on Mood Killers from now on.
We're going to go to their yard sale and buy that.
Yes, the estate sale of Skype, whatever that is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just some Technologica news or whatever. Technologia. Calm down. Well, Eddie, we've said a lot. We've said everything we came here to say today. Calm down.
Yeah.
And it was fun. It's always a good time. Yeah, we've been doing this Mood Killers for 4 years now, and I really, I like pacing myself. I feel like we're doing it right, and you know, I think the hardest thing about doing this show is when we were on radio and we had to make it still sound like a podcast. You know, because in my mind there's not a lot of difference, but you know, apparently there is different.
No, we were shackled on terrestrial radio. They told us that we can only speak, you know, a certain amount of time, and they limited our language. They took away our speech.
That's right.
And
they made you wear a glitter vest for some reason.
They did.
I don't know why.
They did. Yeah.
On Adobe, we have freedom, and that's why I love Adobe. Download the Adobe app. We're doing a lot of good things. This whole month of May, we're giving away My Chemical Romance tickets, which it's unbelievable that we have those to give away at a sold-out show in Boston at Fenway Park. Calm down. Yeah. And the only way to win is on the Adobe app, and we give you an Amex gift card with that, and that experience, I got to tell you.
Sold out show, Fenway. That's a good spot to be.
Even if you don't care about, but Boston is such a great city to go to. I've never been, but I hear good things. You've been to Boston.
Comes from there. Everyone loves him.
No, but you've been to Boston. It's a cool, the history of it.
There's Dunkin' Donuts everywhere, you know.
The experience, the localism. Go to a Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. But no, so
Pleasant
download the
everywhere.
Adobe app if you haven't already. Mood Killers is on there. A bunch of other shows you might like. You know, there's a lot going on with the Adobe app that I want you to check out. Too much,
some people say.
Yeah, some people do say. But Eddie, you know, we like to wind up the show with a dollop of joy. And today I love this guy, and I know you do too. Here's a clip of Bill Burr on the Kelly Clarkson Show.
Make some noise. It's like, well, I will when something happens. I've been trying to get over my anger issues, so I discovered this music, lo-fi, to try to, you know, I'm like a rescue dog. Keep me calm, don't trigger me.
Yeah.
And
don't trigger me.
But through listening to lo-fi, I then found there's this new genre of music called shoegaze.
Yeah.
And it's like, maybe I'll just stare at my shoes and listen to this atmospheric music for a couple of hours. I'm trying. I'm wearing sweaters. I'm doing what I can. All right? I'm a mess, Kelly.
I'm not. No, you're not. You're in sweaters. You're doing great. You're wearing sweaters. You're doing great.
It's the Dr. Phil show. Yeah. You need to put on a sweater.
Yeah.
Smiling.
And smile more.
He's got a special. I think it's on. Is it on Hulu? I think it is on Hulu.
Okay.
And it's really good.
I love
It's
Bill
Drop
Burr.
Dead Years. Either that or Netflix. I can't remember. Drop Dead Years. Basically, he's talking about he's in the years where, you know, when you're younger, you don't usually drop dead, but he's past that precipice, and any time he could drop dead. If between now and when he hits 70, if you hit 70, you're not usually going to drop dead. You've made it. So
it's like he's in the stage of life where you just fall over when you're on the golf course.
Yeah, you're checking your phone, waiting for a lift, and then suddenly you're just on the ground for some reason. The next thing you know, you might be lucky enough to wake up in an ER or something, you know. But anyway, I highly recommend that. And Eddie, anything you would like to leave anyone with?
I would say watch the movie Sinners if you haven't yet. It's very
Sinners.
good.
Who's in that?
Sinners. Michael B. Jordan's in it, directed by Ryan Coogler, and it is the movie of the year.
It is,
and it is. I know that you don't like to see movies in the theater, but I would recommend it because it's an experience. You have to hear the sound design in it. It's beautiful.
I see.
It's some of the best sound design I've ever seen. Plus, it's a horror vibe, and I know you enjoy that genre.
Yes.
So get out there, support Ryan Coogler.
Well, there's a movie theater near me and within walking distance. I don't even have to get on a train.
You will love it. You will love it. It'll be go in the middle of the day when you're the only one in there.
Yeah. Do I dare get the movie popcorn, or do I take my healthy popcorn with me?
You know, if you never go to the theater and it's a special treat, you treat yourself. But
and if I do drop dead from that, it'll be Eddie's fault.
You'll fall into a popcorn bucket and roll down the stairs. And
yes, while watching a great film, apparently.
Yeah,
that's good. Well, Sinners, it's called, right?
Sinners.
Okay.
Sinners. You're gonna love it.
You know, I may or may not check that out, but
I highly recommend. It's a cultural experience. You know, it's sort of like almost like you know when The Matrix came out, everybody was watching that, and it became this big thing. I think Sinners is really an important movie to that degree, almost.
Well, you know what they say. Eddie Barella brought this up one time. He says he put the cult in culture. So
that's right.
I think I have to see it now. I don't have a choice.
Yeah, you don't.
Eddie's going to be mad at me, and he'll never forgive me if I don't go see it. So
that's right.
That's your assignment for the week. Go see Sinners. Right. This is not a paid advertisement.
So glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye.
Apparently, I've never been on live television before.
There's a different theme song on the on-demand version of Dawson's Creek.
Come on down to Dawson's Creek.